work so hard at their craft every single day. They don't shy away from any moment, from any matchup. They'll do whatever you ask them to do to make sure that we have a chance of winning. And we're going to need all hands on deck if 30's not ready to go.
Always will love Jimmy Butler's confidence. Hello, Jay Williams.
What's up, Shay Shay?
Good morning to you. I'm going to start with Doggy here, though. Jimmy Butler was very good yesterday.
Doggy.
Hello there, Jay.
Hello, Stephen A.
Pleasantries. Hello. Okay, he's not talking to you. There you go, just a nod. Jimmy Butler was really good yesterday. He was 2 assists shy of a triple-double. Great. But can Jimmy Butler carry this Golden State team now? If Steph isn't good to go, he's probably at least going to miss the next game, but talk about the rest of the series later. What do you think, Mad Dog?
No, I do not. And I thought that Minnesota, I would have picked them before this series. They were a huge favorite. I'm surprised they played so poorly. Draymond Green had the best first half I've ever seen him play offensively. He played great offensively. He scored 14 points. He made 4 threes. And obviously Butler's going to do what he does. He's going to, he's going to fill the stat sheet. And Buddy Hield's playing well right now. He played great against Houston in Game 7, and he had, what do you have, about 20-something points last night? Hield played very well. I mean, the game was on so darn late, which is another story altogether. But Hield, played well last night. But I still believe in Minnesota.
Shows up. But then Game 1 took place. And you couldn't even recognize them. Where the hell was Ant-Man? I totally agree with Coach Finch calling him out the way that he did. He wants to say he played tough defense. It's just that nothing was going offensively. But the reality is that you saw him. And, yeah, I mean, he's hit more three-pointers than anybody this season. Yet, I mean, when you saw his first few three-point shots, they were bricks. They weren't even close. And you're just looking at Ant-Man like, what the hell is going on here? That's number one. Number two, Steph Curry 13 points in 13 minutes before suffering his hamstring injury. As Jay Williams pointed out on numerous occasions over the last few days, you know what? You can't hit what your eyes can't see. They're a moving target. Yeah, you're bigger than them, but these guys are constantly on the move. Their spacing is there. They move without the basketball. They can hurt you from the perimeter with Steph, with a Buddy Hield, with a Jimmy Butler, and then you turn around and you've got a Buddy Hield looking like the second coming of Klay Thompson, and you got Draymond Green hitting 4 threes in the first half. I couldn't believe what I saw him doing. And I've often said this, Jay Will, that if you remember when years ago when Draymond got suspended for the Game 5 when Adam Silver in the NBA gave LeBron James that stimulus package, basically suspending Draymond and ultimately Bogut and Andre Iguodala get hurt in the Game 5, and then they come back from a 3-1 games. Remember that Game 7 was when Draymond had about 30 or so because he was hitting threes from all over the place. And I've often said, if that Draymond Green shows up, if Draymond Green hits open jump shots, the Warriors could win it all. Because when you look at what the rest of them bring to the table, clearly they know how to defend. They're exceptionally well coached. They get contributions from other dudes, okay? But if Draymond is left open and he buries those shots, they could beat anybody. And that's what happened last night with Minnesota. The question is, do we think it's going to last? If it lasts, Golden State wins this series. If it doesn't, Ant-Man still has to show up. He can't be what he was in Game 1 and expect the Minnesota Timberwolves to advance. That's not going to fly.
Well, let's just do a little math. They got 55 points, the Warriors did last night, from Hield, Draymond, and Curry's 13. Curry's probably not going to play Game 2, and Green's not going to make 4 threes again.
All I'm saying is everybody keeps talking about size. Size does nothing for you when you're forced to play on the perimeter. Who won the rebounding battle last night?
I'm sure that both.
The Warriors were plus 10.
But
Warriors had 18 offensive rebounds, long rebounds. I'm just saying, very different style. I agree with you that I think the Wolves are going to bounce back. No doubt about it. I'm just saying, I think this is going to be a series.
Well, I mean, I could see, obviously, 6 games. What did Minnesota shoot from 3 last night? 5 for 29. They are a very good three-point shooting team.
Those weren't open looks, doggy. I mean, those were contested looks. They were playing with their back towards the basket. And I'm going to say one last thing.
I'd have to look at all the shots, but you're going to get some open looks when you miss that many, take that many of them, right? Can't be all contested.
Yeah. I had something for Stephen A. Stephen A., we got into this little thing the other day.
Yep.
And I did your show the other day. It was great. We talked about Jason Tatum. He said it wasn't a good time for me to talk about him being the face of the league. Do you feel that we kind of crowned Ant Edwards?
Come on with that nonsense. Crowned Ant Edwards, the face of the league. I knew you were going to say that. All this guy does is talk, and he has yet to show us something for it. And yesterday was a good example. I'm sorry, but go on.
Hold on, whoa, Shay, I think that's a bit harsh. Hold on, let me answer.
They jumped on him.
I think that's a bit harsh, Shay. That's a bit harsh, Shay.
Jay was about
the
to
man
say
don't
Durant.
try to put it on me now. You said it now. You said it. You jumped on it.
May I
just want to see him be about it, not talk about it.
There's a slight delay here. I'm in the mountains. You know, that's why I got in this turtleneck. It's cold here, okay? I mean, it's a slight delay. Work with me, y'all. So let's look at this. Ant-Man has sent home Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal via a sweep.
And Brown was
he
like
sent
40,
home
man.
Jokic and Jamal Murray in a Game 7 on their home turf. And then he turns around this year and sends home Luka and LeBron in 5 games. I'm not saying that we should be satisfied with what we saw last night because we expected more from him. But let's not act like this man doesn't have the potential to be the face of the league, that he hasn't done some big things already. Now, I'm disappointed in what I saw from Ant-Man last night. You know why I'm disappointed? Because my expectations were higher. And my expectations were higher because I've seen him deliver. It's not like he's never delivered. This isn't some James Harden that appears allergic to Game 7s or the Game 5, 6, or the Game 5 and 7s or whatever, 6s or whatever you want to pick. It depends on the season with James Harden, okay? This is Ant-Man that we're talking about here. He has delivered, and the series ain't over. He just has to play better than he did last night. That was an aberration. We don't normally see Ant-Man playing like that.
You want to take it?
All I'm saying, there aren't a lot of data points to see how Ant-Man plays this late in the playoffs. That's for a reason. I'm not saying that he can't be.
Right.
But I'm saying my man hasn't been to the Western Conference Finals yet, and people are talking about him like it's his. I'm just saying, it could be yours. You just got to go take it before somebody gives it.
But Jay, I agree with you there because obviously we saw how Kyrie and Luka took him out in the conference finals last year. The flip side to it, Jay, is that if you're balling and I give you a list of Hall of Famers that you took out en route to that, I can't ignore that. Now, that doesn't mean he's Jason Tatum, who's a champion. Okay, we get that part, and I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying Look at the names that this brother has sent home.
Agreed. I'm just saying those names are 35 and older. Just saying. The biggest names.
Not Booker, yeah. But yeah.
The biggest name. But what do we talk about Booker?
I know.
What do you talk about Booker?
All right, we got to go. Look, I hear you, Stephen A. He can get there eventually. He's just done a lot of talking, and then to show up like this against a team that's older, had to travel 2 time zones, and then play and show up that way, it's easy to criticize. That's all I'm going to say. All right,
That's true. That's true, but he did talk after he sent them home.
And
I mean, it wasn't like he told them what he was going to do and then went out and did it.
Fair.
He's not Michael Jordan yet, Stevie. Take
We'll
it easy.
revisit this later.
Not yet.
Coming up.
Not
Kyrie
yet.
He never will be.
And the
He never will be.
Yes.
Don't go there.
Big playoff
My
comeback.
God.
What the hell just happened?
I can't believe
we
I
ain't
just
going
said.
to no break.
Okay.
What?
So the Pacers have enough
I didn't
to win
mean
the
it.
East. And then
I didn't mean it like that.
it's over in Game 1 against OKC, but someone here has a stern warning for another star in this series. I can't with the MJ. I can't with the MJ comparisons. Please, not yet.
He's in Montecito. I see Montecito.
I didn't mean it like that.
It starts with a dream. 20 PGA of America golf professionals